Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, tell me something about yourself.
All right. My name is Siddharth. I have been working with a company called Unisys India as a software engineer for the past 3 years in
Okay.
Bangalore.
Okay.
Before that, I completed my computer science engineering Bachelor of Technology from Kerala.
Okay.
And before that, I finished my schooling from Jodhpur, Rajasthan.
Okay.
So, as my role,
Where are you from?
I am from Kerala.
Okay. So, what is the connection between Jodhpur?
Jodhpur, my father was in the Indian Air Force, so we moved
Okay.
to Jodhpur. He
Okay.
was transferred there, and then we sort of never relocated from there after that.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So that's my profile basically. So
Okay.
when I'm not doing office work or working on the on my work responsibilities, in
Okay.
my free time I enjoy listening to podcasts or
Okay.
basically photography. I am
Okay.
also interested in sports. That's a significant part of what I do.
Okay. Okay. So what podcast do you listen?
I listen to there's this. If we talk about Indian podcasts specifically, there's a company called as Indus Fox Media.
Okay.
So they have a lot of podcasts under their umbrella.
Okay. Okay.
To name a few, it would be recently this podcast called The Seen and the Unseen.
Okay.
It recently split from that media house and now it's running on its own independently. So
Okay.
there are others called as Simplified, and then there is Cyrus Says, and there are a lot of different podcasts.
What do they talk about?
So Seen the Unseen is basically about public policy,
Okay.
economics, etc.
Okay.
Simplified is a more of a quick how stuff works. Not how stuff works. It's about picking up one thing and simplifying it for
Okay.
the crowd so that
Okay.
they can
Okay.
sound smarter
Okay.
at office conversations. That's what
Okay.
they call themselves.
Okay.
Then there's one called The Big Story, which is basically a news podcast,
Okay.
picking up the
Okay.
main headline of each day
Okay.
and decoding it.
Okay. Okay.
Then there's a good one called, it's called The Origin of Things.
Okay.
So it talks about quirky origin stories of brands
Okay.
which probably uh, are not well known. So how
Okay.
brands came
Okay.
into being and what are their origin stories, so to speak.
Okay. Okay. Nice collection of variety of podcasts. So you listen to
Right.
only Indian podcasts?
I till now, yes. I mean,
Okay.
I have not listened to enough podcasts to call myself a fan. I have
Oh.
listened to a few episodes here and there,
Okay.
especially one series called Caliphate.
Okay. Okay.
It's produced by the New York Times,
Okay.
and it shows because it's got that big production value budget.
Oh.
It shows
Oh.
in the quality of the podcast, and
Okay.
it's about ISIS, and
Okay. Okay.
uh, they are interviewing over a course of 10 episodes. They're interviewing a person who uh, used to work for ISIS and then
Okay.
escaped,
Okay. Okay.
and so on.
Okay. So that is the only one you've listened to.
Fully, like the whole, each and every episode.
Okay.
Pick and choose. I've done like the Joe Rogan Experience,
Okay.
one episode of that.
Okay.
And here and
Okay. Okay. So Joe Rogan is the guy with whom Elon Musk smoked weed, if I'm not wrong.
there. Yeah.
Okay. 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 So do you like Elon Musk?
I I do not have an opinion on him. People
Okay.
seem to be going gaga about him, as
Okay.
in he's the he's the new age visionary inventor
Okay.
who's
Okay.
thinking about
Okay.
the planet within his inventions.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's good that he has a good brand image going on about him.
Okay. 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 Fair enough. Okay. So what else do? You listen to podcasts, you photograph, and then
I play. I used to play cricket. I used to captain my school team,
okay.
and while I was in college, I played for a sort of a club level.
Okay.
I do not play cricket regularly anymore, but now
Okay.
I play badminton,
Okay. Okay.
and that's pretty much it what I do. And then
Okay.
of course, there's YouTube and following
Okay.
consumer technology and reading
Okay.
about that.
Okay.
And all.
Okay. So what do you think about fold displays?
Full displays is good innovation,
How?
definitely.
How?
In the sense the smartphone market till now was sort of moving towards a saturation
Okay.
in the sense what is being brought every single year by
See,
the.
let's be honest. Do you think folded display is a necessity in some sense, or it's just fancy?
Of course not. It's a luxury at this point of time, especially
Okay.
because the market that has been identified for it is a very niche market, which shows
What is
in
the
the
tentative price point we are looking at?
we it's not a tentative. We have an actual figure. The
Okay,
Samsung
which is
Galaxy Fold costs 1,65,000 in India.
okay. Okay.
So the price point shows that the market that has been identified is a very niche market,
Okay.
and I believe that
What are
the
the issues with the
production
fold?
issues in the sense with the current retailing version or when it came out
When
initially.
it came out, now both.
Okay, so when it came out, was a basic design problem
Okay.
with there was some sort of a coating on top of the display,
Okay.
so to speak, and that coating looked like the screen protectors that we regular people use on our phones.
Okay.
So the first instinct for everybody who got that phone was to remove it,
Okay.
because that's what we generally do. We remove the screen
Okay.
protector that the phone comes with.
Okay.
Turns out that was an integral part of the phone's build, and it was not supposed to be removed.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the general, when you fold the display and unfold it, there was a sort of a crease
Okay.
in right through the middle where the phone is folded.
Okay.
So it was not a very good user experience.
Okay.
So these two things were rectified in the actual retail version,
Okay.
which started hitting
But
the shelf.
that has some issues as well. What are they?
I'm not sure what as in customer issues the current retail version has.
Okay. 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 So have you seen Razer Fold?
In videos, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 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 So you follow tech as well. Okay. So do you have a camera?
DSL, no, I do not have a DSL. I shoot on my phone.
Okay, you shoot on your phone. Are you enthusiastic about getting one or thinking about, planning about, and all of that?
A DSLR?
Yes.
No, because
Okay.
I believe that smartphone photography has come a long way,
Okay.
and with the kind of photography that I do
Mm-hmm.
and the kind of people I follow around on
Uh-huh.
social media
Uh-huh.
and these platforms, those people are also predominantly. I mean, what they post frequently on their social media is
Mm-hmm.
shot on phones.
Okay. Okay.
Professionally, they might be using their cameras
Okay.
for
Okay.
their living,
Okay.
but what
Okay.
they post is on their
Okay.
phone, and
So
the
how
cameras
good
have.
is your camera? What camera do you have?
I used to shoot on a Google Pixel XL,
Okay.
and now I'm using the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus.
Okay. Okay.
So it's pretty good camera.
Okay. Okay.
And one fun fact about my this photography
Mm-hmm.
kida, so to speak, is that last year around November,
Mm-hmm.
a picture I clicked was featured on Google's global official Instagram page.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So you have like loads of followers on Instagram and all
No,
of
no,
that.
it's not a big a club, or I do not have a page which is dedicated to photography. I have
Okay.
my personal Insta handle on which I post photography pictures also.
Okay. Okay. So what do you, as in what kind of pictures you like? Tele, wide, macro? What, as in what interests you?
There's no specific niche. If I see
Okay.
something which is interesting and
Mm-hmm.
can be fun to look at on a
Okay.
phone screen,
Okay.
I shoot and then I edit.
Okay.
And if it looks good after the processing, I post.
Okay. What
There's
do
no
you use to edit?
Snapseed.
Okay.
It's
So
an
there is
app
also
called Snapseed.
Google's.
Yeah, it's owned by Google now. They bought it.
Okay. 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 So
Yeah.
okay. So why an MBA?
Why an MBA? All right. So an MBA for me is specifically a mixture of say anecdotes, experiences, learnings coming from top down,
Okay.
and what I look at people around me, and
Okay.
also where it all began is
Okay.
when
Don't you
I
think
was
building bottom up is the best way to go about something? You
sorry.
fix. Don't you think building bottom up is the best way to go about something? As in, you create a base structure and then you slowly add layer over layer over layer.
Right, it is.
Okay.
So how it began was this one. I'm not sure when the timeline when this
Okay.
happened, but one fine day it hit me that uh, sort of a aspirational goal, if you
Okay.
want to call it,
Okay.
what I myself want to become as a
Okay.
person,
Okay.
was this person whom somebody looks up to, and when somebody meets this person,
Okay.
the opinion that is formed should be
Okay.
that this person is a knowledge bank. He probably reads 100 books a week.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's
And
sort of an aura,
okay.
which is what I want to end up giving about to a person who meets me.
Okay.
So I get that aura from someone like, say, Shashi Tharoor. When he
Okay.
speaks, he might
Okay.
not necessarily have that knowledge, but
Okay.
that's the aura that he gives.
Okay. Okay.
And there is an example in my personal life as well, where there is a sort of my mother is a teacher, so her
Okay.
colleague's husband is somebody that I look up to. Whenever I speak to him, he's so full of knowledge, etc.
Okay.
So that is one thing, and then adding that to people I have spoken at my workplace who
Uh-huh.
have done an MBA, the
Okay.
experiences that they had
Uh-huh.
while doing an MBA prompted me to think that it is a very knowledgeable course,
Okay.
not necessarily what the course will give me in terms of career or money or all of that, but it will definitely transform a person's thinking and
Okay.
networking skills. That's
Okay.
the
Okay.
what do you
See,
call it?
I'll agree with the
Psychological part.
networking part, but I wouldn't agree with the knowing a lot of things or pretending to know a lot of things. That is a trait. Some people naturally want to read a lot and know a lot. Some people naturally gravitate away from that. Two
Okay.
very clear distinction. I don't see how you can, as in how you say that is why you want to do an MBA or that is part of a reason why you want to do an MBA. I don't see it being relevant.
Okay. So the thing is, this goal and
Uh-huh.
the experiences that I learned, as I said, that the
Okay.
experiences were that this MBA transforms
Uh-huh.
the way a person thinks.
Uh-huh.
Say
See,
clarity of
again, you
thought.
say, as in, you say like MBA is an experience where the monk sold the Ferrari and then went to Himalayas and then he got Gyan and then he became that person who has so much clarity on so many things. That is not the case. We have a lot of students who pass out who happen to have upped their skills. Obviously, 2 years of
Okay.
rigorous training puts them through upping their skills. That is what we are here to do. But the clarity, if you want to, you can take it out of an MBA. As in, what do I mean by that? You don't need an MBA to do that. If you
To
want to
do that,
think
correct.
clearly,
Which
you should be able to.
basically brings me to my actual specific career oriented reason why I chose to do this.
Okay.
So I see myself working in a software technology company which
Okay.
has products and services.
Okay.
And with me, when I look at how I have grown
Uh-huh.
in the industry for
Uh-huh.
whatever little I have worked,
Uh-huh.
and when I see what is the scope to grow
Uh-huh.
further,
Uh-huh.
I do not want myself to reach or to climb the ladder
Uh-huh.
that I would end up climbing if I stay here.
Okay.
Which means basically that if I'm here, I am in a position where somebody takes decisions in terms of what the next feature for this product should be.
See, I think you're being hasty because let's all agree. Let's say whoever is that deciding authority, you're seeing somebody who is deciding something and you're only implementing, right?
Right.
He has gone there. See, not everybody who has gone there has an MBA first, right?
Sure.
The other idea is somebody has spent years together, bringing, going through lots of experience, getting there. If
Sure.
and your resume says you want to any which way be in tech industry, you're not even trying to see. There are other kids who come to the interview where they say, "Hey, I took engineering because everybody took engineering. I took a mechanical engineering. I took a civil engineering, and then now I'm working in IT. I don't want to be in IT. I want to do something else. This is not something that I'm very comfortable with, and I think MBA is a really good way to get out of IT. I would even go to the extent of saying that sounds like a very honest answer. You're already in IT. You want to
Right.
come back to tech.
Right.
I only feel like you're being very hasty. You put 4 more years, you'll get there. Maybe 5 years, but you'll get there. Why do you think you
Not
won't get there
not
without an MBA?
not necessarily, because
Okay.
around myself, when I see people
Mm-hmm.
who have done that
Mm-hmm.
and who have spent that kind of time in the
Mm-hmm.
industry,
Mm-hmm.
and where do they get? So I am currently also working with people who have, say, 10, 12, 13, 15 years of experience,
Okay.
and the kind of work that they do,
Mm-hmm.
uh, output wise or impact wise, is not a lot different from what I do.
Okay. Okay.
uh, so say impact to the product,
Mm-hmm.
or impact to the organization.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's here,
So,
I
how much
believe this.
experience does your the deciding authority have? How old is he?
He There are two
Thereabouts.
completely different
Thereabouts of.
examples which I
Yeah.
can give. One of them is, I think, he's roughly 30, not more than that,
Okay.
and he is an MBA from IIM Calcutta.
Okay. What
And
about the other
other
person?
other person is definitely around 50, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so that person is somebody who has uh, spent the time in a developer role
Mm-hmm.
and put in the years,
Mm-hmm.
gained the experience,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably he has gone ahead and done a master's or something in management.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know, because that person, I mean, most of my team which I work with works out of the US.
Mm-hmm.
So I do not have direct uh, personal relationships with a lot of
Uh-huh.
my
Uh-huh.
direct teammates.
Uh-huh.
But that is one thing.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but my point to what you said about whether I'm being hasty,
Uh-huh.
the way I think about that is, the people who've made it are
Okay.
sure that they have the experience and they've built all that, and then they've taken a decision to
Okay.
switch functional roles.
Okay. Okay.
But there was a
Okay.
starting point to that.
Uh-huh.
And why can I not decide to take that starting point early in my career?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
especially because
Uh-huh.
the skills that I currently have and
Uh-huh.
the role that as I said, I'm currently playing,
Uh-huh.
is not very different from what somebody who has 10 years of experience is
Okay. Okay.
doing in my organization.
Okay. See,
So I do
let
not
me tell you
see
one
the
more thing.
value.
See, the idea is there are a lot of people who come to, let's say, IIM Lucknow, and then who pass out of IIM Lucknow, right?
Mhm.
The idea being, if somebody came in with a 4 lakh CTC or a 5 lakh CTC, they're
Mhm.
probably going out with a 8, 9, 10, maybe 12, 13 lakh CTC. I'll definitely agree. There is a growth in terms of what role they play and what salary they draw. That is definitely there, right? But the ones who get the job that they want, or ones who end up running an NGO, people go pass out of IIM Lucknow, straight they go into an NGO, or maybe they start an NGO and then they run that for years together. There are people who do that sort of stuff as well. There are people who go on to head companies. There are people who start up their own ventures, right? I think the difference is, what I see in you is that you have the drive.
Okay.
I think that is the drive that pushes them, and not the MBA per se, because there are 400, 500 kids in a batch. Not everybody becomes great. They all
Like,
go to, again, in some way, mundane roles. Do you know that most, about 60% of the people jump jobs in the first 6 months or 8 months of their post MBA? Do you know that?
okay, that's a stat that I did not know.
About
Post MBA, you're saying?
the moment the MBA gets over, they get into a job based on what placements the B schools give
Right.
you, and then about 60% of students jump ship in about 6 months to 12 months,
Okay.
and still they feel like, hey, I'm not getting anywhere. This is again, I'm stuck in one more rut. That is what most of them do. I think my suggestion to you will be like, you are like my son. I'll tell you, hey, if you are self-driven, you don't need an MBA. You don't need to spend 2 years and 25 lakhs on this gig, but you should be growing wherever you grow, irrespective of an MBA. And I've seen that even people who pass through MBA, the ones who really go where they want to go, are the ones who are self motivated and want to do things, and not because they go through an MBA.
Right. But what about the opportunities that an MBA provides you in terms of access to right now, what the
Uh-huh.
access to what kind of opportunities I have will
Uh-huh.
be vastly different from the opportunities that I get, especially
Uh-huh.
if I get an MBA from a reputed institution.
Okay.
The kind of opportunities that open up there, the kind of
Uh-huh.
companies that I get to work with,
Uh-huh.
and the kind
Uh-huh.
of people that I get to then interact with.
Okay.
So another example which would be,
Uh-huh.
it could be called unethical or whatever, but
Uh-huh.
it's a two-way thing going on here. So
Uh-huh.
students get enrolled into institutes.
Uh-huh.
Institutes provide them the leverage to uh, with the name tag, a brand value,
Uh-huh.
and then students use that
Uh-huh.
to get opportunities and
Uh-huh.
then go about and do stuff
What is
which they
unethical in
actually
that?
wanted to do.
What is unethical in that?
I mean, could kind of call it arm twisting when you say that, if you specifically look at the example which you mentioned, when people
Uh-huh.
jump ship in 6 months.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So how have they made use of the opportunity which the
Uh-huh.
college provided them, and
Uh-huh.
what reputation does the college have for the recruiters who they left within
Uh-huh.
6 months?
Uh-huh. See, I
That's
can tell you out of it, it is a known secret. Every company that comes to recruit me knows that, hey, out of 10 people I recruit, 2 or 3 will stay. The others will leave in 6 8 months. That is all right with them. They want those two. They are worried about those two. They care about those two. Those are the people. See, even the starting CTC about 25 lakhs or 30 lakhs, call whatever it is, about 25 30% or even north of that is going to be in terms of things that you get post 3 years, post 4 years,
okay.
which means my cost is very less for employing those 6 people who are there for 6 months and then who leave. I don't even care. I'm a big conglomerate. I employ because I want to get these 2 people. The college arm twists me and then tells me, hey, you have to take at least 10. I'll gladly take 10, even if I want only 2, because eventually only those 2 who are interested in me are going to stay. That is all
Right.
right.
So it's there's a fair argument there, but what I'm kind of trying to say is there is an opportunity which is there,
Okay,
which can be tapped
okay,
into.
okay, okay.
And if an opportunity is there, and without a lot of risk,
Mm-hmm,
if I can put my hands on that opportunity,
mm-hmm,
then
mm-hmm.
why not? Because at this point
Okay,
of time, also, see, we live in this country where there is um, a lot of what do you call it, focus on the reputation a student or a candidate carries with that
okay,
person.
okay,
So say an IIT IIM tag.
okay.
So there will definitely be instances where that has not mattered, because the content that person brings with him is definitely much is
Uh-huh.
of value.
Okay,
There will be cases,
okay,
but what we do not see is that, say, average or above average content
okay,
which did not have the tag
okay,
did not make it because of not having the tag.
okay,
So
okay, okay.
the blogs I read or the podcasts I listen to,
Mm-hmm,
so people say that it's so easy to get your first round of funding. So
mm-hmm,
it's not that I am expressing my interest in entrepreneurship. It's just a new example I'm bringing in.
mm-hmm,
Get their first round of funding just because of the IIT IIM tag,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and then they start to speak about what's your product. Let's see what you have.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And people who have what's the example? Yeah, so an example I'd like to quote here is a company called Viduli.
Okay,
So they do analytics for video.
okay,
They are doing this, I think, for all the OTT platforms,
okay,
and all sorts of insights they provide.
okay,
None of them had an IIT IIM tag,
okay.
and when they started their journey
Mm-hmm,
about wanting to do something of their own, they
mm-hmm.
were not even a group of like-minded people. Of course, like-minded, but not a common age group. Somebody
Okay,
had 10 years of experience, somebody who had 6 months. So when they started out, because of the lack of the tag, so this is where my line is coming from, that they had no IIT tag, so no free seed funding, so to speak. So then they made a conscious decision to start up something which does not require immense initial capital,
okay.
hence video analytics, because it does not require a lot of investment to begin with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So then they had their product, and that's how they scaled. And so that is one example that I want to give, that
Okay,
if I have the opportunity right now, as in
okay,
at this age in my career,
okay,
and
okay,
if all of that is favorable,
okay.
and if the money also works out,
Okay.
why not?
Okay. Fair enough. I still think you kids fancy about, as in, you guys don't realize the value of bootstrapping a company and getting it live and pushing through.
Okay, from the
Because
ground up.
free money is available, might as well take it.
Okay.
You don't realize what cons that comes with, but that's all right. Okay, then. Thank you. You have any questions?
No, I do not.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.